The weather is great currently, but you know what else is great? Phantom of Yubel. Fingers crossed for Battles of Legend, but if Phantom releases there, I of course want all of you to be prepared. So today I'm going over the utility Phantom provides us, why it's so strong and the different styles of play you can go for. First of all, we have the deck list. Besides the extra deck, Phantom doesn't really change the structure of the deck at all, so there isn't really a big need to change that. Besides an uprise of Yubel players, the format won't change that much at all. I mean, we still have Tempai and Snake Eyes running around, so I still feel comfortable with the deck list. The only thing I needed to cut was Prosperity. We just can't go for it anymore, man. Even just going for 3 hurts extremely much, way more than before, so I decided to cut it for Talents. With Phantom available, hand traps are most of the times really bad against us, but the opponent will still try, of course, because then we have to commit into the second one. We can punish that very hard. Going second, it's of course also great, so it's just a good card that can help you out of tough spots. It might not be a mainstay for the Fiendsmith format, but I do think it's a great fit for the in-between. And now the big thing, the extra deck. We still do play the Princess package, but only with the Chimera, not with Amblo Whale or Heater or Nightmare Phoenix or anything like that. I do believe that a lot of people will side in Droplet, Dark Ruler, stuff like that against Yubel, and we just don't have a consistent defense against that. That changes with the Princess. With the Princess and the layering into the graveyard, thanks to her, suddenly Board Breaker are a lot weaker against us. And I value that a lot. Without the Princess, Board Breaker like Droplet, Dark Ruler, they just cook you completely. Besides all of that, not much changes at all, but why is Phantom even that good and how can we utilize it in practice? Phantom of Yubel is a contact fusion from the graveyard, hand or field, and it only needs 1 Yubel monster and 1 field monster with 0 attack and def, so basically all of our deck. And it shuffles back the materials, so it's also good in the grind game. But oh no, that's not where it ends. It cannot be used as fusion material, which means we cannot use it for another Phantom, but that also means it cannot get super polied. In addition, it has the typical Yubel traits of cannot be destroyed by battle and you take no battle damage from battles involving that card. But now, the cherry on the top. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can tribute this card. That effect becomes your opponent destroys 1 Yubel monster in their hand, deck or field. That is completely insane, but that effect basically means if, for example, your opponent nips you, you can chain Phantom and nip's effect becomes you destroy 1 Yubel monster from your hand, field or deck. So you even basically, on top of the negation, you get plus out of that. While the effect altering effect is once per turn, the summon isn't. So even if you need to use Phantom, you can just make another one. Bro, can, but how do we use Phantom effectively? Well, you of course can try to fit in cards like Cross Sheep and go completely bonkers with your combo, but I don't really think that it's worth it. One of my earliest videos was basically a first look into Phantom where I showed combo potential and a potential deck list, but even though Cross Sheep was in there, in hindsight, after playing through the whole Legacy format and playing a lot more Yubel in general, it's not worth it. I mean, we most likely win anyways if our combo goes through. Speaking of combo, how does it even look after Phantom? Instead of yapping way more, let me show you the 1-card combo with Throne including Phantom. We start by activating Throne to add 1 Samsara. And now we of course normal summon Samsara. Up until a certain point it won't really change that much. Samsara will of course get us 1 Spirit, and Spirit like always will set us 1 Nightmare Pain. We activate Nightmare Pain, activate its effect to pop the Spirit, adding 1 Gruesome Grave Skirmer, Chainlink 1 Spirit, Chainlink 1 Nightmare Throne. To get a lot of Yubel forms in rotation, we get Terror Incarnate and the OG Yubel on the field. With both Yubel forms on the field, we are on summon 4 and Yama will be summon 5. Of course Shavara is still in here, so just grab it with Yama. If you perform the normal 1-card combo even before Phantom, Yama is your summon 5, but no opponent will nip you right here, trust me. You still have Gruesome Grave Skirmer, you still have Shavara, and the only thing they accomplish by doing that is that you basically get Yama in the graveyard, so it's not really worth it for them. But what if I tell you that after Phantom, they don't have any other choice anymore? If they don't nip us here, we can just go into Phantom by shuffling away Lotus and the OG Yubel, and now nip won't do anything. After that, we just continue with the normal combo. We activate Gruesome Grave Skirmer to special summon itself, and now we link Yama and Gruesome into Rage. Then we use Gruesome's graveyard effect to reborn the Spirit. With Shavara we pop the Spirit to then activate Chainlink 1 Spirit and Chainlink 2 Yama to reborn the Spirit. And Spirit will of course get back the OG Yubel to the field. By linking away Rage and Shavara we can go into the Promethean Princess. we activate Shavara's effect to, in the opponent's turn, get access back to Rage. Via Chamber of course. After that you just activate the Princess to get back Shavara to the field and then you link into the Chimera. We finish our endboard by overlaying both Yubels into Varudras. Just like that the endboard is complete, but keep in mind only one card did all of that. It's insane. You still have 4 cards left in hand after all of that. They cannot use Super Poly because Phantom cannot be used as fusion material. They can use cards like Darkroot or Droplet, but they aren't really trading with that much. They only trade with Varudras and Phantom, but Phantom is still considered a Yubel monster, so they still have to attack it, they still get the damage, and if it leaves the field by any other means, you can just activate Nightmare Throne to get back a level 10 Yubel on the field. It's crazy, even if they have Darkruder and Droplet, which are quite cost heavy, it's not doing that much. We still have Rage and the Princess. It's crazy. I really do believe that using Phantom in that way is correct, but there are also other use cases with Phantom. Even though both Yubel forms are one-offs, I can't tell you how often I saw them in my hand. What if I tell you that with Phantom of Yubel around, it's totally okay to draw them? Don't forget that Phantom of Yubel can also fuse by using materials from the hand, so if you ever find yourself in that situation and you think it's worth it, you can just do that. Just fuse them away into Phantom before you commit any plays, and now your whole combo is protected. Phantom of Yubel is really flexible, one of the things I like the most about the card. I can't wait, Phantom of Yubel is going to be insane, and just 1 month after that we get Fiendsmith, and with Fiendsmith a lot will change with the Yubel deck. But until then, see ya.